Hello everybody and welcome to He Makes Me Play. I am Marius and I am blind. I cannot see and so I make other people play video games for me. That's the plan. Hello Vincent, I'm here with Vincent today.
Hi Marius.
Yes, the intro is getting better and better.
Every time,
and
yeah.
so is Ravashol, I think. Because we're here to clean up. We're in the fishing village currently.
Well, not anymore. We are far past.
I guess
the
technically
fishing
it's no
village.
longer the fishing village. In my
Yes.
mind it kind of is, because it's the same part of town in a way. But actually, yeah, we're at the shore and at the abandoned church, I guess, which a bunch of street kids have planned to turn into a club.
God, I forgot that we put on that stupid bum head.
We lost our hat. We gave it to a girl to cheer her up, which was a good deed. And I'm very pleased we did it.
Is she even wearing it? I don't think so.
I
Nope.
mean, come on, that's just a problem with assets.
Yeah, okay.
Animation would have been too expensive to make. But yeah, okay. So that whole thing complicated our plan for Everett. That's still the reason we're sort of here. He wants to build a youth center, but that would push out other people whom we like. But now we also like the street kids, and they need a youth center. And let's see where this is going. Maybe we can find a good solution that makes everybody happy.
We're like one of the street kids so far.
No, Vincent, I disagree. We are no longer a kid. We have passed.
Well, there's first of all, before we reach the tent,
Yeah.
there are again some stones stacked on top of each other, and then there's one of the fence poles.
Okay.
And there's a green button, and I want to click it.
Yeah.
And it also has like some green.
And money,
cross
right?
on it?
Because we have money now from green buttons.
Yes. Painted with pastels. Someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Okay, so there's.
Maybe that was also her.
I think so. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
some green cross painted on it.
Okay.
And then beyond the tent, there's a drawbridge, which we may be able to. I think so. We can interact
To
with
get here more easily.
Yeah. And then there are some more poles and 3 green buttons. I'm going to click on one of them.
Yeah.
More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids.
Okay.
Another one. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. And the last one, that's just snow with something in it. Trash from some unending party. And surprisingly,
It's the best kind of party. The one that's unending.
we have a thought to that.
Oh.
This is someone's home away from home, just like yours.
What are they talking about? What is our home away from home? The whirling in rags?
I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a home.
Yeah. Want to try to bring the drawbridge down? Or do
I
we
mean,
want
is it going to destroy something?
I don't think so.
No, then I'm not interested. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, sure. It makes an easy access, right?
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
Is that physical instrument?
It's interfacing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess the bridge is kind of fiddly.
So we can say, number 1, what is this? Or we can push the Eternite over, or we can leave it as it is.
Have we ever heard about Eternite before? I feel like we
I
have,
think so, yeah.
but I don't remember. But is it a special material? Is it plastic?
Probably.
Okay. Let's ask what is this? That's always a good question.
Yeah.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
And we push it over, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Hey.
They actually made that sound effect. Thanks.
Yeah. And, I mean, the bridge did fall over.
Okay.
Okay. And now we go into the tent, I guess.
I wonder if this is going to be relevant at any point. I hope so.
Huh. Yeah, maybe we have to catch them and they try to flee.
Quick
or-
escape? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
It would be relevant if the other access was blocked, right? But I don't know how
Yeah.
realistic that is.
I'm
The
entering.
tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock,
Oh,
are
okay.
listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Wow, cool. The beginnings of electronic music. Imagine.
We're right there from the start.
Yeah.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
His portrait is really cool. He has like spiky hair, really
okay.
spiky.
Like the guy from that Prodigy video. That's how I imagine him.
Ah,
You know, I'm a fire starter.
yeah,
Twisted fire starter.
close, but this one is more thin and tall
Okay.
looking.
Does he have eyeliner though?
It's hard to tell because his face is mostly shadowed over.
Okay.
But I do see some makeup on his cheeks, for example. There's
Yeah.
like red blotches of watercolor.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks very cool. And I think it's either the first or one of the first portraits to be cloaked in shadow. Looks
Okay.
very cool. And the background is, the top half is black and the lower half is blue. So I guess that's supposed to be the tent in the shadow. I don't know.
Okay.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
It's authority.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do we squeeze in or say, no way?
Sure, squeeze in. I don't want to be in the cold.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He's got a smirk on his face. I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Are there more people than just? I guess that's Andre in the tent.
We shall see. We are in
We
another
actually
screen.
are entering the area. I see.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
far
cool.
we were just standing in front of the blue.
I was hoping for this, Vincent. I was hoping this would have a cool music track.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's Oh, there we go. Yeah. Now I'm really feeling it. That's crazy. Nothing you've ever heard before. Anodic music coming right at you.
Uh-huh. Give me more.
FM 98, Ravachol.
I really like it.
Yeah, this must be the kind of thing where if you're the music producer for a game, you get to really have fun.
Yeah, just give me some
Yeah,
electronic
just
music.
reimagine electronic music. Yeah.
Okay, so
Can you imagine? I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but this guy's
ahead.
just sitting in this fucking tent listening to this shit all day. This is what he does.
yeah, but
I mean,
that's how musicians
makes you
are, right?
I guess this is how I was when I was 15. Literally. I would even listen to this crap for like to go to sleep.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, we have 3 delinquents here.
Okay.
We have a bunch of buttons.
Uh-huh.
We can even
It's so aggravating.
and there's just a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go through the buttons?
Yes. So there's a guy in a purple shirt, I think, and jeans and cowboy boots.
Oh,
He's sitting
okay.
on some liquid containers, and there's a button. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled.
Huh. They
That-
use that for cleaning, maybe? I'm
Hopefully not for drinking.
not sure. Very true.
One of the characters just said, "Jiggy to the wiggy, land of the beautiful children of sound." And right next to that character is a big wooden, what do you call it? Not a box, the speaker.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
the word. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one button left behind the character who we just got to know, Andre. A pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosopad Ultra. Wow.
Is that what they get high on?
I mean, that is our healing potion,
Oh, really?
but the
Okay.
Ultra version of it, so...
Oh, wow, a big healing potion.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
And one last button right on top of us. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and let's see if there's anything else to interact with besides these. No, just the 3 boys.
I'll talk to Andre.
Okay.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
He's friendly.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Do we shake it or not?
Sure.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
That's the guy next to the speaker.
Yeah, the one who put the sticker on.
Mm-hmm.
Arrest him, Vincent.
Shoot him!
An egghead.
Egghead.
Egg!
This is like a weird mirror version of the drunk people. You know what I mean?
Oh, that fits so well. Because
one of them kept saying, don't call Beatrice or something.
Oh yeah, what was it? I can't remember.
I don't remember the name. Don't call some woman. He would always be like, don't call her!
Yeah, it's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't
And
remember.
he just says egg?
Yeah. Also, if you remember the portraits of the three drunk guys were like very mixed with the background, basically, right? There were no clear distinction between the two. The portrait of Egghead looks more like a superhero portrait because you have in the lower half his costume, as you might call it, and then atop it is his head, drawn baldly here, even though I don't think he is actually. And behind that is like sparks and bright colors, and it seems like he's rushing through the air, and this is just seeing him from below, and he's looking up like he's looking forward.
He's full of energy.
Yeah.
Not like the drunks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he says, Egg, the tape player high above his head, continues to blast what is probably anodic music.
Yes.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
And we can say, wait, how many music venues have you organized? Or we can just ask, why are you here?
Pick the wait option.
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, he is confident in what he does.
And sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
And we can say, number one, there's no need. The place is pretty bad. Or number two, next time, watch yourself. Or the third option, was there something you wanted? Your friend Acel said there was a problem with the church.
Number one, no need to be...
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
He's so educated.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face.
Yeah, what's
Don't
narcomania?
fall for it.
I don't understand what that means. I thought they were gonna... This is about the ecclesiastic. That's a word that I wouldn't have expected from him.
Yeah. That's you.
Do you know what narcomania means?
I mean, it's probably related to people taking narcotics.
Can you read to me again in what context it was used?
So he said, which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
Hive of narcomania.
Yeah.
Okay. So I agree. It's probably... So is the church just filled with people shooting heroin or something?
I think he might be referring to the platform next to the church. Right? There was this wooden...
But we haven't been there.
Right.
Okay.
But it looked like it was... Hive fitted pretty well, I think.
Ah, yeah, you might be right. Yeah, okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
So we say, enough histrionics. Okay. What are you talking about?
Can't they just say history?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Oh, so he's talking about the church. Okay.
Yeah.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
So, no, it shows a portrait of Noid again. Also very much not a normal portrait we see in this game often, but a lot of shadow going on, and it doesn't have like a normal skin color, but very grayish with blotches of green.
Okay.
And again, very clear shadows. It's interesting.
These sound very expressionist, these paintings. Like with bizarre distortions of natural forms and like exaggerated curves and stuff. Do you know that Edward Munch painting, The Scream, with the guy on the bridge and he's going like, ah?
Yeah.
Is that like a portrait in this game?
Not really. I mean, the lines are very clear. This is very, very clearly a human face.
Okay.
And if the colors weren't as weird as they are, and if the background, well, the background in this case is fine. It's just, yeah, I think there's just the colors are not quite as you would expect them. And maybe
so it's like a photograph, but somebody put a weird color filter on.
Yeah, in this case, certainly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that! The word!
Is that Egg?
Yeah.
He's got a German accent.
Yeah.
Strike that! The word! I like that guy.
It's interesting because the way he is drawn, he seems he reminds me of the headpiece of Captain America.
Oh,
weirdly
okay.
enough.
It's also, of course, the techno guys are German.
Yeah,
We are Kraftwerk, yes!
That's true, yeah.
Autobahn!
How many people were in Kraftwerk?
I don't know much about that band. I think like
Me
3.
neither.
I would say 3.
Could be 3, yeah. Okay.
We should look them up on Wikipedia after this. See if
Uh-huh.
they look any similar. Yeah.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dope heads and burnouts really are.
And we can say either, number 1, I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. And we shake our head gravely. Or, I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dope heads?
Yeah,
and
that is how I
burnouts?
feel.
Yeah. Let's see.
They're spooky!
What exactly do you mean by spooky? Or, spookiness is not a matter for police investigation.
Oh, that's where you're wrong, Harry. At least when it comes to you. We are spooky cop.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, number 1.
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
They don't eat or clean the building? Is that what he
Heat.
said? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm just surprised by how similar Andre and Noid sound.
Oh, okay. Haven't heard Noid. Was this Noid?
That was Noid, yeah.
I guess you're very right, because I can't tell them apart. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I thought it's all Andre.
Yeah.
Okay.
People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up.
Well, I know who
This
that is.
Bad signs. No one can dance like that.
I love this guy. No one can dance like that.
Also, while the others are just standing or sitting there and nodding along with the music, he's constantly fist pumping.
That's so cool. By the way, people we're making fun of the German accent because we are German, and that's why we get to do that. The accent. No, I want to fist pump. I like these guys. Let's keep talking.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Well, but I mean, anodic music probably isn't either.
True, but it might still be the better option.
Yeah, so far I'm on his side.
Yeah. And I mean, the best option would still be a youth center.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be an option that the game recognizes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can just put all the narcomaniacs in Everett's youth center. That will solve it as well.
Huh. Yeah, maybe he has a plan for them.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we can take the task by saying, I'll look into it. Tell me more. Or we can say not now by saying, I'll make up my mind later. I have questions for you first.
No, absolutely do it. Do what this teenager wants.
All right, man.
And we get the task, help ravers start a nightclub.
That sounds like a task for Harry.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And yeah, he says, all right, man, and clasps his hands into the asticle.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Vincent, they exchanged giddy looks.
Yeah, what does it mean? So we have now multiple options to pursue.
Right.
The first one being, a cell told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why? Then the second option is, who exactly are these people inside the church? Number 3, you mentioned some kind of ecclesiastics own the church. Who are these ecclesiastics? And then the last option, I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
The one we're standing in. Let's start with number 1.
So, Lascelles and Noid.
Oh, so you met her. Good, good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think.
Oh, he's
There's
jealous.
concern in his voice.
Yeah. We're not going to steal a girlfriend. Don't worry.
Either,
We've found another pirate woman more our age on the same coast.
either that or he is afraid of first impressions.
What do you mean?
That we got a first impression of him through her eyes.
Oh, that we think he's mean, right?
Yeah.
Because he kicked her out of the tent. I did think that until I met these guys. But he's like too friendly and stuff.
To us, yes.
So I don't put him down as an asshole immediately.
Also, there's plenty of room for her, just saying.
I mean, we are in this.
Yeah.
Like,
And even with us, it's plenty of room. Even
we only
Kim
got
would've-
her side of the story. Maybe she's like really unpleasant to be around. I don't
Could
think so.
be.
Let's find out more.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
And we can say, I need the key. Or, how long have those people been locked in there?
Oh, they're locked in there?
I guess so.
That doesn't
I
seem safe at all.
didn't make that, didn't come to that conclusion, but
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, someone in there could have. Well, anyway, just ask for the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool and fused move, tossing it in your general direction.
So cool.
And we have a red check. Reaction speed.
Catch the key.
Medium 10. Be the cool cop. Catch the
I
key
love
as it
that.
flies towards you.
Oh, of course, that's the red check. Yeah, do it, Vincent.
Oh, we have a 58% chance. so
Oh, we're so cool.
Here we go.
Hey.
Sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
I have to say, it is a very satisfying thing when that works. If someone throws a thing to you and you catch it, you both get to feel really cool.
But here's the important bit. Do we bask in the glory? Or do we say, thanks, man, and play it cool?
Thanks. Play cool. Act like you catch it always, you know?
The speed freak nods to you.
Oh, so good.
A respectful nod. You proved something.
There's a lot of nodding going on in this tent.
Especially
Man, what a bunch of wankers. No wonder that girl doesn't want to be in the tent. Maybe the only reason she's outside is because there's a bunch of dorks in here.
Yeah, I could understand that about 15-year-olds, absolutely. So,
Okay.
how long have those people been locked in there?
Yeah.
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
Okay. I mean, what's the next question? Are they still alive? When was the last time you heard some noise coming from there? Oh man, didn't that girl say like, oh, there's like spooky things going on in the church? Yeah, maybe screams for help. That is spooky, I guess.
Could be, yeah. Good thing they have an adult now to check on.
Yeah, maybe we should go in there and check.
Yeah,
I hope we don't have to arrest these kids for murder.
multiples.
Yeah.
Murder. Yeah. So, how can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
Yes.
Or the other option. This is cool. Taking initiative like this is proper citizen behavior, and I endorse it.
Sometimes these options are too exaggerated, where it's obvious that it's like ironic, but you don't know if it's intended to be ironic. You know what I mean? It's a bit confusing, and I'm not going to take it. Take number one.
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
And we can say 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being. Or we can say 85% is good enough. No one lives forever, baby.
No, number one. I have
Okay, I'm sorry.
learn.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Wow, Vincent. They said sorry. So murdering several people. I mean, you gotta let it go sometimes.
I mean, they didn't even murder them yet, right? It's more like the
Well,
Schrödinger's cat, right?
In
We don't know.
15% of the cases, they have.
Possibly, but they don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Okay.
Is he being serious? I'm not sure.
No, I detected some snark as well.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yeah, now it's your problem, right?
Yeah. So, right, other questions. And we conclude.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
And we can ask, where exactly are these people inside the church?
Yeah.
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
It's like, oh, Noid, look, there's people in the church, I think. Get out your padlock. Lock them in. Andre, that's a great idea, and I have the same voice as you. Here, I'm just gonna snap it on there. Oh, not my best work. Let us write a song about this.
Yeah.
I love these guys.
And then they all nod in unison and...
Yeah, they exchange giddy looks, Vincent. They're so inspiring. Remind me of me as a teenager, I think. Although I never locked people into buildings.
that you know of.
Yeah, true. Okay.
So, first option, you haven't even seen them and you want the police involved. Or the other option, better safe than sorry. Anything more you can tell me?
Number one. Ask more.
Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
You said inland?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
Uh-huh. That is very interesting.
Yeah. Also, it seems like somebody already had plans for that building.
Possibly, yeah. That's a good theory.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
That's a pretty... That's catchphrase material. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it. Magnets. How do they work? Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing in there.
Me neither. I mean,
Fire gilding? Huh? That's an
think?
obscure reference. Yeah, I don't know. Some chemical process. I don't know. Maybe it's not water. Maybe, maybe this is... They're cooking meth.
possibly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm just trying to recall, what did we see inside the church? We didn't see anything out of the ordinary,
Did we
right?
see anything in this church yet?
Yeah, we looked through the windows.
Oh, right. The altar... It was very dark, though. Could have missed stuff. Pews
Yeah.
and altar we
Sure,
saw.
but there was nothing out of the ordinary. if
Yeah,
I
certainly
recall.
no people.
Yeah, maybe they are fire gilding. Then they turn into a Mad Hatter.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, yes. Tell me, Andre.
His character.
What is the feeling?
Oh, and it felt like like there was some thing in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Even more.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
And we ask, but you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times, and we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kind of it.
This is nonsense.
Yeah.
They just imagined stuff, got spooked, and put a padlock on this derelict building.
Yeah. And then they try to tell us like 4 different stories, I feel like.
God, kids. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, we continue the questioning by saying, number 1, what was that about some thing watching you?
Yeah.
Number 2, can you tell me more about this machinery? Number 3, so how can you be sure there's burnouts and dope heads if you haven't seen them? Or last option, all right, let's talk about something else.
Take from the top, number 1.
So what was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Could
It
it...
was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
What
It
were you
does
saying?
sound very spooky, and could it be the Col du Mamadaqua? Is what I want to know.
But isn't that like some form of bird?
Yeah, I mean, if it's in the dark, he could have. It could be a large bird.
A crab man that...
Well, I mean, as though crab men are real. And honestly, like these fucking cryptozoology beings, like we're hearing stories about gnomes that kill people and stuff. Like, is a bird with like hands completely out of the question?
Not really. And I wouldn't be too surprised if it was the Col de Madakwa. But at the same time, I think
Yeah, I mean,
getting from a man crab or a crab man to a bird is quite the stretch.
it is a bit of a stretch. I concede the point. It is just that I just really wanted to be the Col du Mamadaqua. That's all.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
So we ask, are you sure there was a crab man? Or we say ambush behavior, not
Are you sure?
crab man.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. The cell was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
So
Well, it might have just been a crab.
Yeah.
We're at the ocean.
come on, man.
Oh well.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution.
Always.
Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
That was a challenging success for Inland.
Yeah. Okay.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Who's saying that?
Logic.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Lame all.
But that is a logical conclusion. Yeah. It would be very unlikely.
Yeah. So let's ask about the machinery. Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
Huh? What's PEA?
I don't know.
What skill did this come from?
Electrochemistry.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I wonder.
Ah.
This doesn't quite make sense to me, but okay. Normally, I don't listen to electro. In this case, I'm inclined to do.
Yeah, there's certainly something to explore.
Yeah.
And we can say, jacked up to some snuff station. Or we say, I'll talk to Noid then.
Jacked up.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations where you can listen to people getting killed on and jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Oh, he means like snuff videos. Okay.
Oh,
As a radio show? Okay. I'm not gonna question it.
Is there some form of television in this world? I don't
Haven't
think so,
seen
right?
it. No, I don't think so. They're just at the beginnings of electrical engineering, I think.
Yeah.
There was that radio, RPG play project and stuff. I think I
Right.
feel like if they had television, they would have used it.
Yeah.
Those guys would have used it.
Yeah. So there are some form of PCs,
Yeah,
Right.
they had a big like tape-driven machine, right?
but no
Computer.
way to transmit video yet, apparently,
Yeah.
that we know. Okay.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff. We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
All right.
Okay, we can ask one last question. So, how can you be sure there's burnouts and dope heads if you haven't seen them?
Yes.
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
That's great.
Why not? Let's go with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Rhetoric, medium failure again.
Hmm.
And we say, I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument. So I guess the medium success would have given us,
A way to challenge him on it.
yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, where would that have led anyway?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
He makes little quotation marks with his finger when he says technology.
Right.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
And we can ask about the Ecclesiastes
Oh yeah,
or the tent full of equipment.
Ecclesiastes.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
The founding party.
I guess so. Yeah,
What is
so
that?
we can ask about that. Oh, the founding party, I do know them, but can you refresh my memory? Or we can ask, before we go on, what do you mean by Meteorian?
Yeah, both. Start with the founding party.
Okay.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And
I'm kind of getting vibes that the game didn't want to get into religious stuff too much.
possibly.
Yeah.
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the innocentic system, no?
All right.
And we can say, it doesn't sound like they would appreciate a dance club in that church. Or we can say, they sound like exactly the kind who would want loud, anodic music in that church.
What do you want to tell this guy?
I don't think any kind of church would appreciate turning that church into a
Well,
dance club.
I find this
except
kind of
for gospel music.
well, probably not a weird electronic dance club either.
Yeah.
It's like I find that it's a bit difficult because I feel like I'm taking a lot of assumptions about our world that I make about specifically Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to apply them to the churches here, right?
Right.
Like they don't want dance clubs in there,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Yeah, might not be the case at all. We just have no context, so I guess we can just make shit up.
Sure.
On
So what
this
do we
one.
make up?
Let's tell him it's not likely.
Okay.
That they want people in there.
You're totally wrong about that.
He shakes his head.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. Anodic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
I mean, okay, I'm out of arguments. Don't know what to say to that.
Sure.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with
Yeah.
a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
I am
You
already.
feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you.
Yeah.
Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Yeah. Okay, they got a point. Yeah, it is about love, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So we can just enjoy the beat and nod our head. It's option number one. Number two is,
Yeah.
I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse?
Oh,
Number
come on, Harry.
He is a disco animal, right?
Yeah, this
Should've.
is. I mean, this isn't. I get that this isn't disco, right? It's the evolution of disco.
Yeah, it's close enough.
It's
though.
rave. But yeah, I mean, it's on the same branch of the evolutionary tree,
Mhm.
but the next step. Yeah.
So number 3 is, I guess love can be pretty hardcore. Number 4, I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anodic music is about love, and so is the Perikinesian church. And we proceed. Or there's
Excuse me.
other proceed option. No, this is too much. No sane organization would want this level of absurdity in their church.
Oh, come on, don't be a buzzkill. Enjoy the beat. Number 1.
Feels good.
Yeah.
And that's it. Back to the previous menu.
Oh, that skipped all the other stuff. No, there's still the 2 proceed options.
Yeah, and
okay.
all the other ones. So
Oh,
we
what
can
was the
ask
second
about,
one then?
The question about posse.
Okay, ask it.
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
No, again 5 XP.
He's from the part of Germany where you communicate by screaming.
Yeah. Which, as we know,
Yeah.
as Germans, is every part of
It is.
Germany, right?
I mean, it is dangerous for us to listen to this guy because then we will fall into like a German accent accidentally and not get out of it again. That can happen.
Uh-huh.
And where is your posse, detective?
Oh, come on.
Nothing comes to you.
Yeah, don't be
The
mean.
world is silent.
I mean, Kim is right outside. It's not
Yeah.
that far.
We met our posse at the whirling and they hate us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a new option number 3. It sounds like you're just saying random things. Laugh, posse, making noise.
Yeah, okay, say that.
Are we?
He looks at you mysteriously.
Yeah!
The one with a large head really enjoys it when his friends get mysterious.
He is the mystic of the group, I gather.
Mm-hmm.
He had that silent feeling.
Yeah. Until he started screaming.
Hmm.
So we still have, I guess love can be pretty hardcore. We can,
Yeah, say that.
And then we have the 2 proceed
Yeah.
options.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
They're so excited. That's what's cool about them. Yeah, take the proceed option that is all positive on taking the church.
I now understand. It was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anodic music is about love, and so is the Perikinesian church.
Yeah! Yakokata, the place to be.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
These guys don't feel good. I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world!
Wait, that's
Get
our...
this church in on, and then dance there, motherfucker!
Okay, that's our tie. Thanks, Ty. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
I wish we could give the tie to Andre. I feel like it would find a better home here. And then he can wear the tie out and go about with his girlfriend who's wearing our Dick Mullen hat. They will be dressed in Harry's attire.
Yeah, and I mean, by that point, we might also give away our jacket and our shirt.
Sure, we'll give it to the other drunk person and we'll just run around naked anyway. Let's continue.
So, okay, the
What
last
else?
question. I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yeah.
Yes. What?
And we can say, I see you brought your own water. Or number 2, hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here. And then the last one, what's with all the noser pad?
The what pad?
The noser pad. The healing
Okay,
potion.
yeah. Number 1.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
But it's distilled water.
Yeah, and we can say, and it's distilled too.
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Oh shit. He just didn't know.
Yeah. And we can't even...
Can we just
inform
tell
him.
him not to drink it?
No.
Oh.
Well, we can tell him that it reeks of sweat in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
That's Noid. And he picks up a piece of telephone cord and inspects it.
Okay, that seems unrelated.
Absolutely. What? God, I'm starting with a German accent.
Yeah, it's rubbing off.
So we say, wait, I also smell ether.
Mhm.
Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No,
Hey,
What can you do with distilled water and ether?
Probably some...
I'm too stupid.
Chemical
How do you make speed? How do you make amphetamines?
I don't know.
It's probably probably not the case that the two ingredients are distilled water and ether.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Also, even if we knew, which we don't, just to be clear, we shouldn't probably talk about it on YouTube. Just,
Well, I mean, we're on the internet. Like seriously, you can just Google it. But we're not gonna. What else?
well, we leveled up first of all.
Oh, from like 5 XP
Yeah.
trickle.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
And we can say it's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent, like laundry detergent.
Right.
Right,
There was that as
too.
well. Yeah.
Okay, so we are getting closer to making drugs.
Yeah, or a bomb. I don't know.
possibly that.
So, say it.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related.
Right.
They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now.
And now we ask, what's with all the Notherpad?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, are they making that, or are they using that to make something else?
Yeah, you can get stuff out of there, like adrenaline
No.
or other chemicals.
The what now?
He leans in to hear you better, and we can point at the bottles of nasal spray in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
The Notherpad Ultra. You have a lot of it laying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
And
Yeah, that's what you use nose spray for.
and we can say, you sound fine to me. Or we can say, oh, okay, guess that makes sense. Tell me about another thing.
No, you sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Noserfed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Of
He is a
course.
quick thinker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nosefed is the shit.
And we can say, good, now on to the next thing. Or we can say, can I have some? I have some nose problems.
Yeah,
too."
let's get some from these guys.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
Hey, we got a healing potion.
Nice.
And then we say, all right, enough of this. And we conclude.
Okay.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
We just acted a little bit corrupt, but that's okay. It was really a tiny thing.
Well, all hope is not lost, Marius, because we do have a white check.
Oh.
Logic. Godly. 16. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told.
Oh,
Take a
You don't
moment to
say.
analyze.
what is it referring to the drug stuff or all the other horse shit?
Well, I am not sure, but we do get a +1 bonus from unexplained ether smell and another +1 from unexplained Notherpad.
Right. Have you ever seen that adjective godly before? Want to check?
We have certainly seen harder checks, but I think they were just impossible.
But which
So
is the
godly?
hardest one? Legendary or impossible?
Impossible.
Okay. Yeah, so we could technically make this. What's the chance?
70%.
70?
17.
Oh, yeah, okay. We're not that bad at logic, though. And I think we might have some clothing that helps.
Mhm.
Not
Okay.
sure.
Let's try.
So try to put on
As
better.
always, we'll be right here.
Right. Yeah. Try to put on better clothing.
Oh, and there's also... Okay.
Louder music! Dance! Vincent!
I'm trying. Okay, let's see. Logic. We need logic. There's inter-isolary dress shirt,
Alright.
which replaces our white tank top.
Yeah, we were just wearing that for physical instrument anyway.
God damn. Now with the bum head and the stupid glasses, the neat office shades, and the dress shirt, we look like a hippie.
Oh, okay.
Not sure.
A little early for hippies.
Yeah. Well,
Era-wise,
let's
but okay.
change the neat office shades into the flip-up glasses, the auditor, to gain more logic.
Logic, yeah.
And I think that's it on logic. Do we have any minuses to logic? I don't think so. Logic, visual calculus, logic. Nope.
I have a quick question. How many skill points do we have free? Just one from the level up we just got, or?
I think we got 2.
Alright, well let's do the check first and then we'll see. Maybe we even level up logic just to do it again.
And, well, okay. Before that, we have a thought.
Okay.
Wow. So someone's been a little boring.
What is that referring to?
Is that another Copa type opening up?
Boring cop?
Or the dramatic cop?
Dramatic cop?
Because it's drama saying that.
Oh, okay. But I just don't understand this utterance.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I guess it's the boring cop.
Okay.
So we can say, we say, what? Or we can say, no, I'm not. Get out of here. And we finish the thought.
What? What is the correct response?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Did we do that?
I mean,
we agreed with them that, like, you know, this is about love, whatever. I guess overall we are pretty reasonable.
I feel like this is more the case where we were pretty close to getting that thought anyway, and then somewhere in that whole conversation we had the one boring option, and then that was the last piece of, so to say.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, let's see where this takes us. We can say, I like brown. We can also say, I like standards. We can also say, look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance. Or
that is very boring.
Yeah. Or the last option. What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
I like brown.
Of course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that.
I like that too.
It's official. My lord's copo type is regular cop.
Regular cop.
No. I'll send out telefax.
Send out a telefax.
Here. Harry is regular. I mean, for this guy, being regular would be probably an upgrade. Might be a big relief.
Yeah.
What? I mean, yeah. It is kind of boring. There's nothing special about that couple type, I guess. But honestly, watching us do our police work, I don't think we are a regular cop. Actually, we're far from it. If you asked Kim, he wouldn't say, oh yeah, Harry is a regular cop.
No, and we're certainly not boring.
Not really. Just because we took some reasonable conversation options.
Yeah.
I think drama can take a hike. I don't care. What are the options here?
We have a wait option. We can say, wait. This will be my Cooper type now?
Yeah, say that.
Or we can just, we have 2 options, to opt in or to opt out.
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
What are the benefits?
Probably the same as the moralists and...
But the moralism isn't the copper type, right? That's more like an alignment.
No, but the
Oh, you mean, okay, yeah. I know what you mean.
yeah, just if you pick this option in
But Vincent,
dialogue.
Yeah.
then something good happens.
Yes, exactly. However, here, okay, I have some thoughts.
Mm-hmm. ahead.
Isn't our current couple type the art cop type? Also, I didn't know you were locked into a couple type all the time.
I'm still not convinced that you are.
Yeah, but drama is making it sound like that's the case. And then
Yeah.
I thought, okay, this is kind of going on a tangent for a bit, but if you played Planescape Torment,
Mhm.
which I know you have,
Yes.
it's a very famous game. In that game, you have character classes, as in many RPGs.
Mhm.
And as you go through the game, though, like, you don't have to commit to one class. You keep changing it. It's a weird RPG where you start out as a fighter, then you become a cleric, and then a wizard or something.
Mhm.
It keeps changing, and it's just giving me those vibes. Is that the intent here? Do you know what I mean? That as you go through this game, you change your couple type all the time, and with that come certain changes and benefits. And the couple type is kind of like your character class.
I get the feeling that you can stack them on top of each other.
So you can have many couple types at the same time.
Yeah, that you can be an art cop and a boring cop, and you get benefits for both, I guess.
It does kind of defeat the purpose of like calling it a type then though. Right? If you're one type, it's in my mind kind of excludes being all the other types.
Yep.
Although I would certainly agree. So far I felt like you're collecting points for each of these types.
Yeah, and in most cases, it's not just okay. Here are the 5 copotype answers you have, and these are always the same copotype answers they are. Because we often have situations where we can be the cool cop, but we can't be the superstar cop or the cool cop
sure.
or the art cop. For example, I don't think in this conversation the art cop ever appeared.
No, not really.
So I think we can do multiple things, and in some situations we have to decide which one we want to be,
Yeah.
but only for that dialogue.
I'm still confused about it though. But I mean, okay, what are the options?
We can opt in by saying,
Oh.
why not? Send out the Telefax then. I'm not ashamed. Or we can opt out by saying, yeah, no need. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now.
No, I want to say I'm not ashamed. I like that part. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
It fits
that-
our moralist worldview.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that interested in being a boring cop, surprisingly, but I'm certainly interested in finding out how the copotype types work.
Sure.
And I'm not that appalled by being a boring cop.
Yeah, it also said it gives benefits. So yeah, sure.
Yeah, give me all the benefits.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Thought gained. Regular law official.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we want to slot that in?
Do we have a slot free? We could buy one, right?
Yeah, we have 4 more slots that we can buy.
Yeah, buy one. Slot it in. Why not? I was waiting for a new thought to work on. It's fun.
Yeah, we still have Motorway 1000 to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a long one, right?
Ooh. We get a temporary research bonus from regular law official that says -2 to Inland Empire. Nothing
That sucks.
funky.
Okay, I hate it now.
But it also only takes an hour and 20 minutes to research.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to hurt Inland. Yeah, it does. It makes sense that this conflicts with our Psycho Cop kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But hey, you can always spend skill points to get rid of thoughts. So
Yeah.
we can at least find out what it's all about.
Right. And it says the problem. Okay, so it looks like you've got a bit of the normal in you. A touch of the regular. 4 grams of Johnny Normal Cop. Who would have thunk it? You, the extremist of all the cops.
Yeah.
You said some pretty boring things back there, and now you have 2 choices. You can either leave it behind and forget about it, or you can try to utilize your normalcy, internalize it. Get a touch of vanilla back into the herring-flavored egg and licorice ice cream of your mind.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. Herring-flavored egg and licorice ice cream.
That is not regular ice cream. I can tell you that.
No. That is
Yeah.
terrifying.
It is.
Also, I always thought the word thunk is hilarious. Who would have
I used to
thunk
think
it?
it's not a real word.
Yeah, me too.
But
what are
we
you-
are the Germans. We do not know. What is this English?
Here we go. We internalize regular law official.
Yeah.
Now I wonder, because I don't know if have I ever described how the thoughts work, or how it looks, how you slot them.
Okay, I don't know.
They're-
Is it interesting? It's just the interface.
Yeah, sort of. But
I know they all have a picture.
yeah, they all have a picture, and you have the slots are basically in three. How do you say? Not
Rows, columns.
columns. Thank you. And because when you click on one of the higher ones, you have like a starting point at the very bottom in the middle, and from there are like lines connecting to, in this case, the lowest one in the right column, Kingdom of Conscience, and then it goes to the one above that, Jimavu, and then it jumps over to Advanced Race Theory, and then the last point is the regular law official. And I do wonder if that matters. If
Wasn't that just the chronological order? So there's a line going from thought to thought, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that just chronological?
No.
Okay.
Because there's no line going from Motorway South or the 15th Inner Tribe to regular law official.
Okay.
It's just the straightest path, basically. Sort of. Actually, the advanced race. Yeah.
Do you have a theory about the meaning of the line?
If it has one, and it might, again, just be a nice visual. I wonder if... but how would that manifest? I'm not sure. I was thinking that if you research them in a specific order, like advanced race theory after researching a regular law official, for example, that it might lessen or heighten the impact. But I don't know how that would show in the game.
Well, I don't know either. I think we might find out on another playthrough if thoughts have interesting interactions and the order of them. Before we end, I would like to speak to the other two guys.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just clicking around, and it appears the line is not always the same. So I guess it's not as interesting as I was making it. So it appears just to be random. Okay, let's talk to which one of the two?
Noid, about the machines.
Good call.
And
so
we
you
say...
had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid.
Oh, sorry, Andre. I wanted to talk to Noid. Vincent, click on the other person. They just sound the same. That's
Yeah.
dope. And I want to save Egghead for last. That's gonna be good. Okay.
And we can't forget the logic check, but we should do that.
Oh, right. That was the whole point. We left that conversation, right?
But I think it's a valid point to talk to the other two first. Maybe
we get a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
do
But I don't
everything.
want to talk to Egghead. We really want to do that last. But yeah, okay.
So he said, so you had to talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. And then it says, skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. You can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Right.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears.
Mm-hmm.
And we can ask, sign? Or number 2, I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
Ask about the sign.
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
And
All
we
right.
can say either interesting, or we can say that's ridiculous.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. Okay, so now we can ask about the sticker on the padlock.
Yeah.
We can also say, tell me about the machines you saw in the church. Or we can ask about his name. Why are you
Sticker.
called Noid?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
I can show it to you, as a matter of fact.
That's hilarious. A sticker? You mean the yellow one? No, can you describe it to me? So yeah, it says, why describe it if you already know what I mean? Or we can say, I mean this one. Then we show the sticker
That
on
one.
our ledger.
Yeah, do it.
It's probably a good choice that we put it on our ledger and not
Yeah, you
on
can
top
show
of
it.
our...
That was my thinking back then.
Yeah, I mean, we could also show the inside of the folder.
Too
but
much
that would-
work, and then you reveal critical information.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Right on your cop ledger. You like it?
I like the way he says stuff. Sticker, corp ledger. He's excited about stuff.
Uh-huh.
Comes through.
We can say either, yeah, it's cool. or we can say, it's super stupid. That's what it is. I think it
No.
reminded me of myself. Or, the last option, it's very modern. I'd like to learn more about it.
That one. Take that one.
You're right. It's the harbinger of a new era. What would you like to know?
And we have 3 options. The first one being, what's it supposed to be? Or the second one, what makes the sticker so modern? Or the last one, I think we've exhausted this subject for now.
Number 1.
The dead guy smiling.
And what does it mean? Why is the dead guy smiling?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Is that Electro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, we can of course stay. He could also be drugged out of his mind.
Yeah, sure.
Or we can better not mention it.
No, say it.
Or drunk, or in a clinical coma, or glad to be dead. But those versions suck.
Hmm.
Okay. So the next option would be what makes the sticker so modern.
Yeah.
Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right?
Who are these people?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him.
Who are those people? That was me saying that. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
surprised by how interestingly they switch between very articulate speech
Right.
and just 15-year-old speech.
Yeah, what he's been saying about that sticker, I felt it was like half nonsense that a drug person would say,
Mhm.
you know, and half okay, insightful reflections about modernism, I guess, and this world's take on modernism. Yeah.
The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
And we can ask, you come up with this stuff by yourself?
Yeah, it's basically your question, right?
Yeah.
Who are these people? Yeah.
Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. There's a gathering at the Elysium. The beat is the same for all.
That makes sense.
They got their intellectual theory from the Elysium.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and that leaves us with, I think we've exhausted this subject for now.
Okay.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
Yeah.
And, interesting. Now we can ask, what about now? Are the signs all right now?
Yeah.
Or we can...
Do that.
Okay.
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
And we say...
That reminds me of actual conversations I've had with drugged out people. Anyway.
yeah, so we have one option, and that option is, what?
Yeah.
You heard me.
that is real confidence. You heard me. I know it makes no sense.
He examines the small metal bolt in his hand. Okay, so we can ask him about his name or about
Sure.
the machines you saw in the church.
Ask about name.
Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of a widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of sound without some adjustment.
Yeah.
And we can say, does this mean we need sign matching?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Okay. I see.
So we get him into the church and make his dreams of being a music club owner come true, and then he tells us why he's called Noid.
No, Vincent, you left out a critical step. After we get him into the church, our signs will synchronize.
That is...
We will resonate at the Gamma Band.
I agree, that is a very important step I left out.
Yeah. And then we can talk.
Well, the important bit here is we got a new task.
Find out why he's called that.
Sync the signs with Noid.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Okay, but before we do that, we have to ask him about the machines in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
And we can ask, what's wrong with the supernatural?
Mm-hmm.
Or we can just proceed by saying, the supernatural. So you think it's real, that it actually exists?
No, number one.
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Okay, now we take the proceed option.
Okay.
The supernatural. So you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist, but there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist, because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
That's sort of us.
Yeah, I guess we are.
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
All the stuff we love.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have some tendencies that do not fit our moralist ethics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Related diseases? Well, we're getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Pretenders pretending to be human? We're getting
wonder
there.
who might not be a human. I think Gart isn't human. That's why he's so obsessed with birds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to bring them.
That's right, yeah.
All right. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Now back
Maybe
to
I'll
Andre.
come back later.
Oh, yeah.
There is still the
Andre, right?
Egghead. That was his name.
Yeah, but let's do him last.
Okay.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He does sound a bit different. I think it's the same voice actor, right? But it has a different intonation. Sounds a bit more guarded,
Yeah.
open.
He has less.
No, that's the opposite. But
He has less accent, I think.
yeah. Not quite as cognate.
Yeah.
Okay, do the check.
Hasn't changed. We're still at 42%.
All right.
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
You just can't focus. That's why we fail. Okay.
Yeah, so the only option is... Rub your chin. What's the gist of it?
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. This is going well.
You're right. We're just too distracted.
Yeah.
What's the gist of it? What is gist?
Yeah.
Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
I mean, it said it's a failure, but to me it sounds like a success. Because I agree with that.
Yeah. It's not everything here, I think.
It still feels as if this didn't quite go as it should have. But
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. I don't think I want to level up logic for that. Maybe if we have another floating skill point.
As always, we'll be right.
Let's talk to Egghead. This is gonna be good.
Let's go.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshy tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
Here we go.
as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Huh.
Hardcore!
We can either say nothing, or we can say, is it?
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
And we can say, or we can still say nothing, or we can say, but is it? I mean, really?
Say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
And again, we can say nothing, or we can say, all right. That's a tough decision, isn't it?
We can go further. Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Not the way I expected this to turn out. Yeah, we'll still say nothing. Or I was wondering if you knew killed the mercenary hanging behind the wedding rack.
Yeah, that's the boring regular option. That's the trap, Vincent. Just say nothing. Nod your head. Go with the vibe.
Encore! Alright! Yeah!
Egghead is a very intuitive person.
So, still say nothing. Or please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar, or the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. And we can say either, in all caps, so hardcore.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for him to say hardcore. That's the obvious answer.
Is it though?
Fuck, that was what we were going to say. Is Egghead saying that? Okay.
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side.
He's so wired.
And we can either say, now we are in all caps, we can say, it is. Or we can say, I was just thinking that a moment ago.
Shut up. It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side, like an owl.
He read
Feels
our
like you
mind.
should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent.
Is that
But you
inland?
haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Was it a success?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can either say, I was thinking that too, or we can say, I don't know what to say exactly.
Fuck, I don't feel like we have a good option.
Yeah, but I think the I don't know what to say exactly is the true option.
Yeah, that is what Ilan said, so we have to say it.
Yeah.
Under the radar, over the top.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
New
It's-
task. Solve Egghead's puzzle.
Yeah, it is a puzzle. I get it. Yeah.
And that's the end of the conversation.
Oh, that's so fascinating. Not what I was expecting at all, but I'm very satisfied.
Do you want to try again?
What, Egghead?
Yeah, I wonder if we can just talk to him again and do the whole puzzle again.
I feel like it's gonna change if we... Yeah, I mean, talk to him, see if the options have changed.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
And we are back at the beginning. Say nothing, or is it?
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Okay. Nothing.
Encore! Alright! Yeah!
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement
Ah, it's just
of
the same,
music
right?
in the
Yeah.
very real air
So
of
we
the
say
stuffy
hardcore?
tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Well, we could deviate and say, instead of so hardcore, we can say, no, but seriously, I'm a little
No,
bored."
don't deviate. Do not crush this beautiful flower.
Okay.
Do the
So-
same thing. We'll probably not figure it out this time.
Okay.
Is it though?
That's good.
And we say,
Hardcore.
it is.
But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
What is the pinnacle of idiocy, Vincent?
And how did we get there? I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it
don't
was
know
a
either.
success. But inland would be the person to tell us, right? Or
I
thought
think
to-
we need more. We need something from outside. We need to solve
Yeah,
the church stuff.
probably.
We need to find something. We'll get there.
yeah.
All right.
But it fits, right? Now we need basically the church thing for all of them.
Yeah, I agree. That
Under the radar.
will solve a lot of stuff, I think. And maybe next time we'll get there. I think we should also next time talk to, what was her name? The little girl? Not little, she's like 20.
The girl outside.
Yeah,
I don't know, something with A.
yeah, something with A. Because, yeah, we were supposed to ask her about the crab man.
Right. Yeah.
And we can do that and then go to the church. And I'm so grooving with this meat that we've been listening to for the last 45 minutes. Vincent, thank you very much. Or I should do it in Egghead accent. Thank you very much for reading to me so wonderfully on this Disco Elysium Autobahn. If you, dear viewer, enjoyed this show, then you should subscribe and like the video. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. @Max_play. I think I've reached it. I've reached the pinnacle of idiocy. Bye!
Bye.